So the way is clear for you guys to leave the cavern. You've collected the book.
Is the tunnel completely collapsed?
The tunnel is not completely collapsed. It's partially collapsed. However, there's really no way for them to get across the river.
Okay.
Are they going to
Hit
keep
it
coming
again.
towards us? Can we just pick them off for experience as they come towards us?
We're doing milestones.
You're doing milestones. So,
We just farm
however,
them for infinite XP.
However, for passing your way through the cave successfully and collecting the book and not killing Scribblenaught, you guys are going to be level 6.
Wait,
Hold
if
on,
we
hold
killed
on.
Scribble,
Killed Scribblenaught, you actually would have de-leveled.
I feel like we should have gotten an extra level, alright?
No, level 6. So I hope everyone prepared their level 6 sheets.
Yes, we did. Or at least I did.
Yes, we did.
Hey, it's called
job,
Eric
guys.
and Copy.
oh shit.
I mean, I
Right,
just
so
got
you
level
guys leave the cavern. You had entered it almost at nightfall, and now dawn is breaking. You spent almost the entire day in there,
We
or
entered it.
entire night.
We entered as boys, we leave as men.
And
That's
I
our
just wanna put out
adventuring
there,
company name is Boys to Men.
best
Boys, oh god.
Scribblenaught goes, I can't believe we made it. I thought for sure a few times that we were gonna die in there.
Did you?
My cleric powers are strong. Or are you afraid of a little zombie?
So you guys are actually in the southern part of the island, which is Hadiver Grove. So if you want to meet back up with the prince, you would head north to the city of Lockport, which is about half a day's travel away.
Are there shops in Lockport?
There are lots of shops.
Great.
every of the shops.
So,
to the
out of character, I'm picking up a level in Druid. So my armor is all going to be entirely unusable because they,
Because they don't like metal. Yeah.
unless our DM is going to permit me to wear.
And we'll see what you find at the shops, and if not, we'll
Okay.
make something work. All right, so you guys, I'm assuming, are going to start heading north.
So wait, are you just heading north naked? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I'm not wearing a shield and my chainmail is in my bag. This is great.
Just freeballing it all the way to Lockport.
I mean, I'm
What?
assuming I have like a banana hammock and a shirt, so
So-
Listen, if we can't find stuff at the shops, we will tinker some shit out for you. We got you.
So I didn't mention this in the beginning, like on our first session, but I have a horse and a cart,
Oh, okay.
and they're
Good to know.
they're here because we would have traveled here on
Yeah,
them.
with them.
I
So
do too. It's named Nofstrid.
All right, so you guys are gonna pile in the cart, I assume, to head back.
I rode my elk.
I mean we can pile
Yes.
all of our shit and
Ride,
My
walk back
hydra
in
head.
comfort.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys start heading back north with your horse and cart, Scribblenaught sketches you a quick map of Lockport, so that you guys have kind of a vague idea of where you're going.
Where's
And
he going?
Let's see if that worked with you guys. But when he gets back, he's going to head it back to the castle. So if you guys have shopping or anything to do, then you can do so. Let's see if this
Yeah.
works. And it's
Is
really
is the prince already gone? Like he left when we went?
yeah,
in?
he headed back to the castle.
He
Does-
just hung out all
Does
night.
who has the book at this point then?
You do.
You do. You took
Okay.
it from me, you ass.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
just
I'm
want to
just
make
gonna-
sure that Scribblenaught didn't think he was taking the book back, and we.
No. You guys have it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's riding back
It just
with you.
seems
He's still there.
seems odd how urgent he was to get us in there and get it, but now he's just like, nah, take your time, go shopping. You don't need to come back to the castle right away. Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's
you're
only
gonna
one of the
present it-
greatest artifacts we've ever found.
the whole point was to present it to the king on the celebration of his birthday, which is tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to share this with you guys like I did last time. So just check your journal, and you should be able to zoom in on it.
Ooh.
And I fucked up, but I'll redo it. So the water should actually be on the east. So it should have rotated 90 degrees, but I didn't feel like deleting everything and redoing all the names. So just assume the
North is Main Street.
Yeah, Barrel Avenue is coming up from the south.
All right.
That's easy enough. That's easy enough
I
until
mean,
it's not.
Yeah, you've got 2 weeks to fix it until the next session.
Yeah,
So.
I'll fix it. So, like I said,
Wow.
I was on a time crunch, unfortunately, so I didn't feel like getting all the names back out and redoing it. So, but as you guys head to the town, it's a fairly uneventful trip back. And you cross a bridge and a river and start heading back to town. You see a large, what you describe as fairly modern town for the times. You can tell even from as you approach that it seems very clean and orderly compared to towns that you've seen. Try to remember in the world that we're in, the cities are really like bastions of civilization in the great unknown. So there's definitely some riffraff and things like that tend to collect there, but nothing that you can see in the city. So you guys have the map. So Scribblenaught goes, I'm gonna head to the castle. Just I'm sure the prince will want to meet with you. And I'm sure he's got a celebration planned now that we finally collected the book. So do what you have to do, but try to get there by dusk.
How much does it cost to stable my horse for the day?
I have that. Hold on. I have fucking way too many windows open.
Can we just go to the public service government buildings, like watch court proceedings?
Absolutely. I'm gonna play the Law
Don't
and
don't.
Order.
I was gonna say don't tempt him, Joshua. Do it.
And goodbye, bitches. I'll see you when we go.
I was or is that too much like real life and you don't want to do it?
I want to compare it to real life.
Now, I want a gritty, realistic campaign.
A very realistic campaign, and the trial took 5 fucking weeks.
So, which district is the are the armors and weapons? I'm assuming Hammertown.
Yep. Let me get the
Hammer
stable
time.
pricing. So it's 1 gold per day to stable your horse at chimeras, etc.
Okay. I will be stabling my. Does that include the cart and everything too?
Everything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will be stabling the horse for the day then.
So you're gonna head to chimeras, etc. first.
I mean, I assume
these
who
guilds.
if anybody is like traveling with me, then I assume that they can also be there. But that's where I'm going first. Yeah.
Wait, where are you going?
To stable the horse.
No, I'm sorry. What's the place? The Chimera's what?
Chimeras, etc.
Like right in the center of town. Which is strange that you'd have to stable your horse at the center of town and not.
You know what? Design your own
entrance.
fucking city. Seth.
No. It makes sense. It's like how when you like are and you go to a casino, you have to walk through the entire casino because they want you to spend your money. So they want you to walk through all these other stores first.
Guys, it's way easier than that. It's right next to the Salty Tavern. Come on.
Also true.
So when you get there, you see it's pretty standard stable area with a small shop, and there's a paddock in the back, and you see several horses running around.
Wait, is that a Target?
What?
You mean the Fletchers?
No, the place is literally named Target.
Yeah, that's the name of the Fletcher store.
Wow. That is
Christmas, etc.
pretty great.
And a tall elf male gladly takes your horse off your hands and stables him.
Sounds good. I hand the stable hand 1 gold. Do they give me any sort of like writ of receipt or anything like
He
that?
does. He gives you a receipt for your 1 horse and 1 cart.
Okay. Also,
You guys leaving all your stuff in there?
no, I'm taking my stuff
No.
with me.
I'm gonna go take all my zombie weapon loot out of the, because I'm gonna go sell it.
I was gonna say, where is the place that would like this hydra head?
Yo.
Probably the Alchemist Guild.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with him. Try to hawk all these hydra pieces.
Question: is Weavers and Potters, are those places, or are those also guilds? Just not enough room?
Those are guilds. I ran out of room to.
I'd like to go to the Potters Guild and see if they will house us, since I am a member of the Potters Guild.
Sure. All right. So give me the order that you want to do things in.
All right, Alchemist Guild first to get rid of the Hydra pieces, and then we can go secure housing, and then I need to go get armor. And
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me.
I'm a
pull up-
monk and I don't need anything, but I will also be right back. But don't stop on my account.
Yep. Give me 1 second to pull up the shopping list.
Yo, there's a Brewers and Smiths Guild and a Cartographers Guild. I'm gonna have so much fun in this town. Bakers.
As soon as we secure housing, I'm taking a long rest.
Hopefully the Potter. It's the smallest guild here, which is bullshit.
Have-
but
have-
hopefully they got something for us.
How many of us have ever
You-
actually been here before?
None of you.
None of us. Okay.
And
All right. So if you want to head to the Alchemist Guild first, let me just double check the Hydra's rank. So as you enter the room, you see an extremely large room, surrounded on the outside with tons and tons of stacks of books. Like a pseudo library. Several tables. It looks like there's maybe a class going on currently for the initiates to the Alchemist Guild. They're doing alchemist things, pouring one thing into another thing. There's a group of the guys in the back. It looks like they're maybe making beer. And when you enter,
There's a Brewers Guild behind them. I call shenanigans.
unless you need some competing business.
All right.
I'm telling.
I have a question out of character.
Yes.
Are we gonna make this? Are we gonna individually handle our own loot, or are we just gonna sell everything and split everything?
That is your choice.
don't care.
You
I'm
guys
okay.
can decide what you want to do.
I
I'm
just-
fine just splitting.
Yeah, it's just so much. That's my thing. It's just so much easier to sell everything and split everything.
Varian, what do I need? Like,
Yeah. Okay. I'm cool with it.
I mean, I'll help you with like intimidation.
No, I got this. They're growing plants. Plants are my jam.
So when you walk in, a tall elf walks up and goes, "Hello, young sirs. How may I help you on this fine day?"
Fucking Treebeard over here, Jesus.
I unstrap the hydra head.
My name is Jakiro.
Jesus.
What
Damn,
brings you
not
to
even
our
close.
lovely city?
I
ends
unstrap the
move.
hydra head and drop it at his feet. Nor's defeated this beast. Pay me.
He he bends down excitedly and starts poking at it. This is a fine specimen. Where did you find him?
In a cave.
And then I pull out my Hydra head and I put it next to the other. I have a head too.
I'm just gonna keep my hand in my my coin pouch, just kind of jingling around the scales, just waiting to see what we can get for those.
I'd be happy to buy one of the heads off you, but I honestly don't need two. There's plenty of experiments that can be done with just the one head. I'd be happy to offer you 120 gold for the head.
More.
That is a fair price, sir.
Can I do an insight check?
Into what, the fair price of a Hydra head?
Yeah. See if he's lying to us.
Sure. Way too many pages up.
Ooh, 24.
24.
So yeah, you think he's on the level. It's a fair price for the head.
And I look at Nars and just nod my head.
Okay. You can buy my head, but man slept over there. You don't buy his head. He slept while Norris killed Hydra.
Shakiro turns and claps his hands, and several initiates run out from a back room and grab the Hydra head and carry it back.
Where's my money?
He hands you a small bag with 120 gold. He
I hand the bag
amazingly
over
had
to-
prepared.
I hand the bag over to Ezekiel. Smart man, handle money.
Okay,
So, I'm
so
sorry, what did you guys decide? You're combining all your loot?
just splitting everything evenly.
Oh, splitting equally. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys can keep track of it yourself. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get involved.
God, multiplication.
So real quick, would it be safe to assume that with his knowledge of like alchemy, are you proficient in alchemy, Josh? I assume so, right?
I think he's proficient in everything.
I didn't take alchemy kits.
Oh, because you took an artificer, right? Or a
Okay.
Let's see.
archivist instead of because alchemist is a class choice for them.
Right.
Yeah. So I have
Okay.
thieves, tinkers, brewers. What's the other fucking ones? Smiths.
That's fine. I just want to know if you
Teachers.
knew alchemists. All right. So I want to ask. So I want to take the scales out, and I want to ask: can you make me a potion, poison, or what can you make me with these?
Jakiro looks at them and goes, I'm honestly not sure. I'd be happy to do some experiments if you want to stop back, and I can let you know what can be created. We don't see many hydras in this area, so we have not been able to do that many experiments.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll give them the hydra scales and whatever potions they can make me with them. They make me.
Okay.
So
you-
out of character, if they can end up making stuff with the scales off of the that Ezekiel had, can we salvage any more scales off?
off the head.
Off the second head.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. If you guys want to make some other stuff.
I mean,
Alright,
yeah,
cool.
we could get as much as we can off if we want to. So and also I'm going to say and I assume you're going to waive the fee of the alchemy, considering we are giving you such a grand opportunity to conduct research on such a rare specimen.
As long as you were willing to donate half of whatever we make to the Alchemist Guild, that is the standard agreement.
Well, now
A
you can give him the
quarter.
other head to
Is
work on.
is
You're
is
gonna
that
have
the
half.
is that this is that the known standard agreement? Is that
You want me
something
to
I
do
would
an
know?
insight check again?
I just
No,
want to know
it's
if that's
yeah.
common knowledge. Is that
This
something you would know?
guy seems on this guy seems on the up and
Okay.
up.
Yeah. Then yeah, absolutely, I agree. As long as we're on the same page, and I'll hand him the bag full of hydra scales.
All right, so we'll say there's like half a dozen in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I could get 3 potions out of it, I'll be happy.
Okay. He looks at you expectantly, waiting to see if you have any other business with him.
I don't. I'm all set.
Do you sell healing potions?
Uh, we do not sell healing potions here. You should definitely stop at. Way too many fucking pages open. Sorry, stand by.
So we all get 24 gold out of that haul, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't know if you really meant me handle everything, or if you were just saying.
Nope, he meant it.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
You should. This is ridiculous. You should stop at Tears Gears. I believe that they sell potions of healing, though their stock is probably pretty limited.
I have a question. What are you brewing?
For Jakero,
Yes. What are you brewing for beer?
we are experimenting with a new cider aged in whiskey barrels. Very exciting.
I start pulling up my brewer's supplies excitedly and I ask him if I can help.
A connoisseur, absolutely. The brothers would be most thankful for any aid you can give them.
Oh, baby.
Whoa.
So you see, a mix of dwarves and elves, and they're mostly in the background. They're a little more rowdy than everyone else around them, and they have a couple barrels that they're standing around.
Is this
Uh,
what you're gonna do for your
Go ahead,
downtime
jump in.
activity tonight?
Listen, there's lots of guilds and I got lots of items. I'm gonna do lots of stuff here. All right, so I approach and ask, how the cider's looking.
Brother, it looks fantastic. Super excited about this cider. It's got the oakiest scent to it, and it's just it's gonna be beautiful.
So what have you put in it so far?
Cidery stuff.
Ouch.
Apples.
All right.
Probably some apples. Some sugars. Whatever goes into cider. It's you know.
Can I take a sample and test it and see how it is?
Sure.
Baby girl. So I start by taking a nice quick sniff of the cider, followed by a nice little drink. It's very bitter.
You'd say it's an average cider.
It's very bitter. I add it to my brewer's kit and start
Bitter, you
looking into
say?
it.
Do you have any advice for us? I don't want to ruin the batch.
All right, I'm assuming that I should probably roll something for the brewer's kit, or no?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say it needs a little bit of
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon, huh? I never would have thought of that. I think we have some of that here.
Bam.
You should stop back and see how it turns out.
Let's hope 12 is enough to make it delicious.
I'm gonna start
You'll
elbowing
find out
him.
when you come back.
I'm gonna start elbowing Erkin and be like, how about some like sage? Wouldn't that taste pretty good?
And this is the rest of the day right here, just finding
Yeah.
out what to put in their cider.
Sorry, are we still talking
No.
about cider?
Yeah.
No, we got we got to go to the Potter's Guild. We got to figure out if we have housing. All right, I'll stop back.
Should have just gotten housing from Scribble.
Scribblenut doesn't like us. Someone jumped on his head.
You're fairly confident that housing will be made available to you, though.
At the
If you want
Potter's
to go,
Guild?
no, at the castle.
Oh, all right, that works.
No, but I mean, if you want to hit all the guilds, that's your.
I mean, I
prerogative.
want to hit all the guilds, but I'm sure people want to go shopping and shit.
Yes, let me get armored first.
If there's a way for me to pick up bracers of defense or a cloak of protection, yes.
Nope.
Nope.
We'll say not at the moment. REA, where are you going? You're going to the armory.
I'm assuming hammer time is the armory.
Hammer time is the armory. So I'm gonna dump the thing into the Google sheet. If you wanna give me 1 second.
All right, that's happening. Use the restroom and get me some more scotch. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I went on a bathroom break and I broke out the Colt 45 and this fox mug that I got. It's shaped like a fox.
That was more description than you gave for your chant and your prayer.
Because he didn't have to make anything up. He was describing something you look at.
It's true. Also, it's Colt 45. It's delicious.
Oh god.
Do you see that, yay, in the sheet?
I see it.
Yes, I do.
Let me nope, missed it. That's all. It's all in gold, so that's why there's points, because it's half a gold or whatever. Because I didn't want to have to type more words, so it's all. Just assume it's all in gold.
All right. So, okay. So basically, I'm
Yeah, so
proficient in
you're
all.
armors. Okay. Yeah. So I mean that's what they have for sale right now. So.
So
So when you walk in,
basically, I got to downgrade to studded leather. Is what's happening.
for the moment, and then I mean I'll find you something.
All right, I got to go pull up studded leather because I don't know what. I think it's like what 14 plus dex.
I think it's 14 plus dex. Yeah.
We gotta buy ball bearings and bells.
Nope,
and chains.
studded leather is 12 plus dex. All right.
And then
If you want to stick with your chainmail for now, then I'm fine with it until we get you a proper replacement.
All right, that's fine.
I forgot about making sure one was available.
Shopkeeper, I have tools of the trade. Would you like to? And
So,
I set down my bag of like loot.
So you're addressing a halfling, and he goes, "Thank you. I will definitely take a look to see what you have available." I'm assuming it's the longbows and
The longbows, the shields, and the longswords. Yeah.
Okay, so Let me do some quick math here.
I'll be right back while you guys.
It's gonna be like a GameStop trade-in. I'll give you $4.
Only store credit for hammer time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Best
I'm
I can
gonna
do is
pay you
2
out-
silver.
I'm
Store
gonna
credit.
pay you out in points.
Now, if you subscribe to our Hammer Time Gold membership, we can give you an extra 20% on your trade-ins.
Take this to any local town crier to get 15% off your next visit to the tavern.
And if you refer a friend. Also, they send you a stupid mailer that you can't opt out of, and you just collect us in your house.
Just every day we get a new raven with a stupid like piece of mail. About a discount on something from a town that's like 1,000 miles away.
Right, so I can give you 38 gold for the pile of it.
All right. Did we get 50 gold each for all that stuff he sold?
Yes.
38 gold.
We got
God.
what?
Do you guys want to try to negotiate?
That's just crap.
Let's just call it an even 40 so that it's easier to split between us.
40 gold it is.
All right.
8 gold apiece.
Pulling all the junk.
Do you have bags?
I have what's in the Google sheet, friend.
I think you need to go to the Weavers Guild to get a bag.
I love this.
You should probably check out fuckers.
Is that a thing we can check out, fuckers?
Check out fuckers. You should probably check out oats and stuff. I think Lilaren sells sacks.
Okay, so on my way out, I eye the wall of spears and I pick up and I flick a gold at him.
Thank you for your custom, friend,
I will take this.
and happy tier day to you.
I love Nostra.
Friendliest cleric in town.
What is Tears Day? Is that when you cry?
Tier is the celebration of the king's birth and the centennial of peace. It's tomorrow.
Your king is named after a god.
The king has the blessing of the god Tyr.
That seems like a strange holiday.
Any reason to
Humans
celebrate,
are
you know?
humans are strange.
I'm a halfling, friend.
You look like a small human. I thought halflings were short.
You know, different strokes for different folks. I understand.
So
Well, y'all have a good day.
as Nostrad's leaving, I'm just gonna go and be like, I'm sorry about him. I'm really sorry. He just doesn't understand. He just doesn't
that's
understand other
okay.
cultures.
It's okay. You have yourself a fun day tomorrow. It should be great.
I feel like there's too much foreshadowing here. Tomorrow's gonna be terrible, isn't it?
I mean, what's gonna happen is we give the book to the king and it like assassinates him somehow. Frame for
Yeah,
it. So
it's gonna be really, really bad.
Probably.
Wait, these are all halflings?
Yeah, it's
What?
I just realized everyone in this town is halflings.
No, you talked to an elf, a dwarf, and a halfling so far.
so they're all
melting pot.
halflings?
Yeah, they're all, yes, they're all halflings.
There's tall halflings, short halflings, halflings with pointy ears. All halflings.
Coconut
Alright,
shrimp.
so where are we going next? To the Potter's Guild?
The bag place, right?
Bag
Oats
place,
and
apparently.
stuff?
Oh, right.
I want
that-
bags to
Alright.
hold things.
Is all you want in the bag?
Was that
Yeah,
oats and stuff?
I just want like 3 bags.
All right, they're like a copper a piece, so just assume that you got as many
Cool.
bags as you can hold.
He just comes out with like 30
Why?
bags.
Why do you want so many bags? What are you putting in these bags, man?
A whole more loot?
Perhaps more halfling.
So Nofstred, as you're leaving oats and stuff, a small boy crashes into you going full speed.
Uh-oh.
And you're both kind of knocked back. Him obviously more than you, and you drop your bag of tricks. And he looks at it and goes, "Oh man, are you a beast bag trainer too? Are you going to the tournament?"
Oh no.
Oh, no. No,
I
James.
do not train them.
I'm.
They
It's
serve
super.
the will of Sylvan.
It's super exciting. Are you going to the tournament today? I can't wait to win that platinum bag.
Where is this tournament?
You
God,
can't
what?
miss it. It's at the arena. I'm super excited. I'm the best beast trainer there is. You'll never defeat me.
Okay, is he wearing jeans and a red and white?
Can I just
He's
smash him?
he's definitely got a baseball cap on.
I have a passive 16 inside. Is he telling the truth?
Yes. I hope to see you in the finals. And he runs off.
Time to roll a bunch of rats.
So now that you notice it, you can actually see a crowd of people heading towards. There's an open air arena in the background, and you see a giant sign that says Beast Bag Preliminaries.
Alright, so I burn one of my spell slots and I generate 10 good berries and I put them into one of the bags.
Okay.
And I guess we'll walk towards the preliminary signups.
I'm 100% okay with not doing anything the rest of the night. If we could just
Yes.
follow where this goes.
Yes. Can I just find like the best like seat in the arena that is available?
So as you guys approach the arena, like I said, it's pretty large. Maybe seats, 2,000-3,000 people. And you do see a sign-up table outside. Most of the crowd is heading over to the spectators entrance. It actually looks like spectators are getting in free. There's a variety of food carts that are available. It's kind of like a party atmosphere. And you do see the young boy that crashed into you sign up and then run into the competitor's entrance.
I go to a cart and get some dog sausage.
Okay.
I look for alcohol.
I'm gonna get some chicken wings or something.
Wait.
Just because I understand how weird it is that I'm a bird that eats other birds.
They're inferior birds. You're fine.
You get these weird side glances the whole time.
This is your show, Nofstrid. What do you want to do?
I walk up to the sign-up table. I'm here for the tournament.
So
Where's the bag?
Where's the bag?
there is a half elf at the table, and she looks slightly taken aback. And she goes, "Oh my! The bag is awarded to the winner of the contest. Would you like to sign up?" And she's kind of like holding the clipboard like unsteadily towards you.
Yes.
All right, so you sign your name under the young boy's name, and you're in. She says, "Go right into there, into the competitor's entrance, and the prelim should be starting any moment, actually."
And that's where I pick up the bag.
That's where you can compete to win the bag.
I'm fighting children to win a bag. This should be
Oh no, you're you're not fighting the beast fight. But it's all in good fun. And there's competitors from all over, not only children. I did see that young man run in here before. He's probably one of the youngest. You can step right over there, and they'll actually refresh your bag for you in case you don't have any available balls.
Tell me the name is Joy.
do 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 do.
I-
Wait. I call it the Nostrid. Nostrid. Before you go
Yeah.
in, please take my wooden coin. Just keep it on you.
Some shenanigans happening.
I take it, I sniff it, and I put it into my.
Perfect. We can now communicate
This is my favorite character that
telepathically.
Ye has ever made. By the way, I love everything about it. All right, so
It turns out it's really fun to play -1 charisma, -1 health.
Before he goes in, I slap him on the back and try not to take a nap this time.
Rude.
I just
I'm
look.
already-
I just eyeball the orc and walk away.
I'm already in the stands, like fucking
Yes,
got like I got like a foam finger. I'm like I'm ready to go.
Holy shit! There's a fucking arena.
Yes.
Let's go. Pokemon.
all right, so you head over to the competitors area. There is it looks like some kind of magical light coming down from an area in the corner, or if you place your bag of tricks inside, it'll actually refresh all 3 charges, which I assume you do, since I don't believe you have any charges remaining.
I do not, and thank you.
Okay.
If I don't hear the Poke Center music, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh,
Listen, I had a
Wow.
ton of
that
music
hurt.
that is not be able to be played, unfortunately. I know, I'm super mad about it. And coincidentally, you are up. So you are going to be up first in the prelims. So you hear the announcer, call the names, and he's like, competing for the first time, a new challenger, Nofstred Bramblenot. And the crowd goes, and you can place your character out in the stadium.
I'm doing that obnoxiously loud whistling noise that blows everybody's eardrums around me.
I'm just literally mimicking the crowd noise around.
So I'm gonna move you to your starting area, okay?
Yep.
All right. So the way this works is that you can only play one beast at a time.
So do I random roll the beast, or do I get to choose?
Nope, you random roll the beast.
Cool. I got a badger, not a giant one, a regular badger.
So you can actually place him, and I'll move him onto the thing.
I got a badger.
And then the announcer goes again. And returning, our grand champion, never before defeated in the arena of Beastbag, Cinder Begum.
Cinder Beckham. Hold on, this is his first opponent?
I cast minor illusion and start making booing noises all over the arena.
Rigged. Rigged.
Dude.
Oh
God
my
damn it.
god.
Oh my.
All right. Ready to rock?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is fine. I got it. Don't.
Are you sure you don't help because I
Nope.
can.
I got it.
All right.
What is this beast bag beast?
What the
Is
fuck
that a
is that?
There's a
Triceratops?
Triceratops.
So he holds up one of his balls and he whispers to it and lovingly strokes it, and he says, "Go, Triceratop!" And throws the ball.
Does he take his hat and turn it backwards?
Absolutely. I wish I could make a roll 20. I can't do that, but I cannot. All right, yeah, roll for initiative.
Awesome.
And you should be rolling for your badger, by the way. But I guess he shares your. Yeah, he shares your.
We have the same +1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get the Triceratops.
Jesus Christ.
Honey Badger, don't give a fuck.
Ugh. Terrible initiative.
Now, would you say this Triceratops is an animal?
I mean, it comes out of
Would,
a
however,
creature
I
bag
will
thing.
warn you that you are not competing in this. This is a beast tournament, so you are not involved in this.
So, what happens if, say, a beast leaves the arena? automatic disqualification?
It would be automatic disqualification. However, cheating in a children's contest is strictly frowned upon.
You just dropped the CR5 Triceratops in with my CR0 Badger. I'm not gonna let my Badger die.
So recall the badger. Play something else. You get 3 balls.
Oh,
You can
Oh,
choose
yeah.
to skip the badger.
Yep.
It will count as one of your 3 balls, but I'll say that you can throw another one.
Cool, I got a giant rat. And another giant rat.
All right, so you're gonna play the badger, I assume.
Yep.
So actually, you go first because I only got a 5. So go for it.
Cool. I cast Channel Divinity, tell the thing to go home.
Wait, what is it?
I use my Channel Divinity, which is charm animals and plants. So that thing has to do a Wisdom saving throw, or it's charmed by.
You're seriously gonna cheat?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's on brand. He doesn't have charisma or intelligence, so he's just gonna fucking do it.
All right, hold
This
on.
is entirely consistent.
no, my God.
They're gonna throw him out kicking and screaming bag.
Dude, I love the giant rats that are like
As
blocking
I
him.
see him cheating and casting the spell, I'm going to like slowly take my like fan hat off and like push it to the side and like my foam finger and kind of like put it underneath my seat.
All right, he failed his wisdom saving throw.
I'm not gonna hurt it. I'm telling the Triceratops, it's time to go to bed. Go.
So he just lays down and sleeps.
Is that where he lives?
I mean, what are you telling? He lives in a thing. He lives in a bag. So
I guess he's gonna go to the bag then, huh?
Yeah. So I want the Triceratops to try to cram his face back into the bag, possibly ripping and destroying.
the Triceratops starts heading back towards Cinder, and you hear the announcer over the loudspeaker go, "And Nostrid has been disqualified for utilizing magic.
No one said I couldn't use magic.
It was in the rules that you signed on. Really got to read the fine print."
Your attendant did not explain this to me. I demand a rematch.
All right, so you were escorted out of the arena.
Oh, so anticlimactic.
I mean, the other outcome was that the Triceratops steps on my poor Badger, and that's unacceptable.
Listen, Will doesn't
So-
roll that well. Like,
So, that's true. I haven't rolled anything good today. As you're leaving, somewhat dejectedly and somewhat confused, you hear someone whisper to you from next to the Coliseum, and he goes, "You there? Come here." It's a kind of gangly man wearing a white lab coat.
Oh no.
What do you want? And my rats and my badgers are following me, right?
Yes, yeah. He's like, I saw what you did out there. I don't blame you. You didn't stand a chance, really. I mean, Cinder's got the strongest CR monsters he could possibly get in his bag. Um, there's a lot that I could teach you, and I'm sure we can work something out where we could help each other. I'm a scientist, you see, and I do a lot of research onto beasts. Would you be willing to collect some specimens for me, and I can show you how to capture them and
Oh, dear
improve
fucking
your
Lord.
bag?
What does your research involve? My
Oh,
God
just-
does not permit me to harm these animals.
Oh, no harm whatsoever. It's figuring out how they interact with the balls and try to figure out how we can call the one that we want without having to roll for it.
Oh my god.
This is a sacred gift from my God. I cannot harm it. Can you guarantee it shall come to no?
I guarantee that no harm will come to them. If you'd like to roll insight.
He has such a low intelligence score.
he rolled a 1.
17.
Oh, 17. Oh, it's wisdom, not intelligence.
So you think he's telling the truth?
All right. Tell me what you know.
I'm gonna give you these 10 balls. So if you can bring me back 10 beast specimens, then we can make a deal.
Do you wish me to go into the forest and fight bears and boars? Mostly boars.
Whatever beast you want to bring back. Just not two of the same, please.
Very well. Where's the best place for me to find these beasts?
Where's the beef?
I mean, beasts are everywhere. I would say just hold on to them in your travels, and bring them back to me when you have 10.
How shall I contact you once I have these?
I'm always here in Lockport.
I wish not to wander aimlessly. Where is a place we may meet? Perhaps
You can usually find me over at the Alchemist Guild.
And what is your name?
My name is Professor Cedar.
Do you
So
have
good.
any other compatriots named after trees? Possibly a willow or an...
Nope, just me.
Very well. I shall see you later, Mr.
So he hands you 10 fuzzy balls to add to your bag.
So it's confirmed that we are living in the Pokemon world because Professor Cedar is an actual professor in the Pokemon universe.
Oh, is it really?
Yep. One of the newer games. I just googled it.
Oops. So that was not my intent, but
I figured
late.
it wasn't,
Rolling
but
with it.
too late. I ruined it.
it's confirmed.
Pokemon are real.
Pokemon is set 2,000 years in the future of our campaign. We are laying the groundwork for Pokeballs right here.
So you guys are back in the open world. So if you guys want to tell me where you want to go next.
I'm very disappointed in how this turned out because I wanted to help him cheat.
I mean, I wasn't going to let my badger die, because, he's a badger.
I was gonna do my visage thing to like try to stick with your badger and just do psychic damage to whatever was attacking it.
You guys
What
are back.
alignment are you again?
I was just gonna jump into the arena and start.
You're all bad people.
No, we're winners.
just a little chaotic.
So I'm gonna like as we're walking out of the arena, like all dejected. We're put my arm around his shoulder and be like, "We'll get him next time. Don't worry about it."
What was this platinum bag I went?
I guess we'll never know.
It probably has a Triceratops in it. Do you see that thing that kid had?
Fucking Ash.
Cinder.
It probably wouldn't have listened to him
Cinder.
anyway.
Cinder.
It's not
Get it
ash.
right.
That's red.
Nope, Cinder. Cinder Bagum. All right, where are you guys headed? So it's starting to get closer to nightfall. So
We need
you
to
have
rest.
an appointment at the castle. So you definitely don't have time for a long rest.
All right, so we have... How many people
Oh,
in
wait,
our
the
party?
ceremony
4
is
people?
tonight. I thought it was tomorrow.
Prince Scribble out, that Prince Bellfire is arranging a feast for you guys for tonight in celebration.
Okay. Yeah, I don't trust the prince. And then I hand each of you 2 good...
How many did you have? 10, right?
10, yeah.
Wait, he handed us what?
Good berries.
Oh,
What's
So-
the healing on him? Yeah, is it 4?
No, just 1, because I'm not life spec this time. So it's just
Okay.
1 HP per berry, and it's good for 24 hours. Basically shitty potions.
It's great for a combat res too. Just jam it in someone's mouth.
Does all this count as a short rest? By the way, all this time we've been like one.
Yeah, you guys can use your healing surges. It's fine.
Healing surges. We don't need to.
Oh,
But I did get my
I
spell
don't
slot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anyone was hurt on the last battle.
It'll reset my key charges.
Yeah, I get my spell
Okay,
slot back
and your
too.
spell slot too. Yeah, you guys.
I don't get shit.
We'll say this is a short rest.
All right. So wait. Where are you going to be if you're not coming with us?
Who, Nostrad? I
Yeah.
thought he was coming with you.
No, we are.
He doesn't trust the feast.
Oh.
No, I don't trust the feast, which is why
It-
I
it-
gave you guys the good berries. The good berries are basically food and water for a day if you eat one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just pocket it and be like, well, I'd rather eat quail and roast duck than this, so I'll hold on to this. Thank you.
I just eat both of mine immediately.
Both of them, dude, you're gonna get fat. That's 2 days
Will
worth of
I?
food.
The whole,
That's
the whole
4
day's worth of
That's
food.
4,000 calories, bro.
No, well, no. It says it sustains you. It doesn't say anything about making you full or fat.
Eh.
First one sustained, second one makes you fat.
Let me ask a couple of mechanics questions. So we are
Sure.
level 6. We have 14,000 experience, and we are level 6 currently.
You were level. The experience is irrelevant because it's milestones. So you are
Okay.
level 6 currently.
Gotcha. And then that means, but we haven't taken a long rest, so none of my hit points or rage points have reset.
Not yet, no, unless they reach that on a short rest, which I don't think they do.
I mean, would it? Oh no. How far was the travel on the cart?
It was only a couple hours.
Okay. Never mind then.
All right.
One of these
So-
days we'll get a long
What
rest.
could
Don't you worry.
what could possibly happen? I mean, it's been like one day, guys. So
It's true.
I'm go-
I mean,
The
how
idea
many?
is
I
that
don't know
you're
how many.
supposed to have two short rests and one long rest every day.
I don't know how many 8-hour rest periods you want to take in one day, but it's only been one day so far.
Wait, we've been fighting literally all night. We have to be fatigued at this point.
That's true. Yep. Time for a party though.
all right.
Um,
Go. Let's go
so
to
you're
the
gonna head
party.
towards the castle.
To be fair, we could have long
Yeah.
rested, but we went shopping and went to a Pokemon arena.
And I nerded out over cider
Yeah,
and
that
whiskey
too.
barrels.
I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Me fucking too. It better be delicious.
You rolled a 12, so I don't know how delicious it's gonna be. So
Whatever. I'll just tell them it's because they're not brewers, and I'll go to the Brewers Guild next door.
I mean, I have the ability to grow all their barley instantaneously.
Wait. I have a brewer's kit. Can we make beer?
You guys could make infinite beer if you can instantly
Holy
grow
shit.
barley.
and now you quit your adventuring days and you open your own brewery.
Yo.
The
We're
Angry
gonna start.
Fur Blog.
Yeah, because my plant growth spell, if I cast it as an instant, it makes everything within like 100 feet overgrown. And if
Oh
I
my
cast over
God.
8 hours, it like quadruples the agricultural yield for you.
I have a jug of infinite water. We got this.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, you could set that up as like your downtime activities, like starting a brewery.
So, I mean, if you can set up the proper redstone switch, I think you guys can probably automate this process.
I'm just saying,
I might be able to
unskilled
do
labor
that.
is real cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to start your own farm and brewery.
We can have money on the side coming in.
Exactly.
Hey.
All right, let's move on a little bit here. So,
Let's go to the party.
Yeah.
so as you guys approach the castle, you see that it's a pretty modest-sized castle, couple floors, and each floor is maybe 2,000, 3,000 square feet. So as far as castles go, it's pretty modest. There's one large drum tower set off to the back. Um, there's no gate and no wall that separates it from the city proper. And as you approach, you can see a smiling Prince Bellfire standing outside. And he goes, "My friends, Scribblenaught rode ahead to tell me of your success. I am so unbelievably pleased. And I know that my father will love to hear the story of your valiant battle against the Hydra. There's nothing he likes more than a good story."
It was we had no problem at all. It was an easy battle.
Oh, too easy for Norris.
I mean, we did it with
So-
one of our party members sleeping, so
Big man back there.
he addresses worker standing behind him, and he goes, "5 rooms, 5 of our finest rooms for our guests, and prepare the hall for the feast."
so
Uh,
so right now I want to speak to Urkin telepathically.
Okay.
I
you
say,
can you can talk to him. You can, yes, never
yeah,
mind.
I can talk to anybody telepathically.
Okay, yep.
I'm gonna tell him
My telepaths.
we need to get up to a room quickly.
Giggity.
This is
And-
gonna get real
and
weird.
then I'm just gonna be like, wait, no, that sounded wrong. Meet me in my room. Nope, that's bad too.
I'm gonna say.
And then I'm just gonna come out and say
I
it.
understand. I understand what you're saying.
And then I'm just gonna come up like, we need to make a forgery of this book. And
There's
then
nothing in the book. Oh, I see. Let's go.
yeah.
Let's
So
go.
I'm gonna say to him, can we put our things away and get cleaned up before we join the party?
Of course. My man here will take you up to your rooms. The feast will start 1 hour after sundown.
All right.
How long
Get
is
cleaned
that?
up. Have you met me?
It's like it's like an hour from now.
So what you're saying is that I have enough time to do a short rest and recharge my challenge.
Yeah, I think you guys already did that, but okay,
Well,
you can do it again.
he did a short.
Oh, that's
But he
true. Then
cast
you
it in
then
the
you
battle.
cheated. Yep,
Yeah.
you cheated. Yes, so you have
I,
time. You have time to
I,
take a short
I
rest.
didn't cheat. I used my ability, my class ability.
It's cheat.
Man, it's really weird that you guys aren't taking the expert forger with you.
I'm an expert forger.
Wow.
Well, then, wait, are you also an expert forger?
It's a racial trait of the Kenku.
All right, well, then both of you, because I'm sure you could do assistant. Well, what is that something? Do I know that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Unless it's something that all Kanku can do, or
Yeah.
Okay, well
so
then I
it's
think
something
that should be
you
like
might know.
knowledge. Yeah, knowledge of Kenku.
Yeah.
So I'll send a message to you as well, and say after things get settled, meet in my quarters so we can work out a plan.
I just nod back.
Okay.
Okay, so the servant takes you up to your room, and you have 5 rooms on the top floor. They're very richly appointed, and you can work on your forgery.
I take a nap in the corner and I instruct my pets to warn me if they smell anything or hear anything.
Okay.
Chris, before we
All right.
start this nonsense, are you doing anything?
I'm just going to relax and focus on my new totem.
Oh, okay. Um.
Oh yeah, you're
Broken
gonna
his totem.
Well, I
eyes.
assume we're all going to be in the same room so that
Wait.
we can make a plan together.
I forgot to mention that I now look like a bear, but my eyes have turned a kind of golden yellow, kind of like an eagle's eyes.
That's a pretty big change.
Yeah, you're an eagle bear. Okay.
Eagle bear.
I seem to be able to see things a mile away with clarity.
What do you see
Okay,
with your
that's
eagle eyes?
good to know. A bedroom.
Um. So I'm gonna just take the book out and plop it onto the bed and be like, it can't be that difficult to make a forgery of this book that has nothing in it, right?
Okay, so
I don't.
the only difficult part will be that it is a magical item, so it would have to stand up to magical inspection.
Okay.
So
Hey.
the actual physicality of it probably wouldn't be too hard, but um,
That's
that,
fine. I mean, I just want something that's
that looks the same.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I feel like it should be. I feel like I could probably do something with magical inspection because of my intellect bonus in Arcana.
Okay. Why
That
don't
and I
you?
have double proficiency in forgery.
All right. So why don't you?
I feel like you should also get like an assist between the two of
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Also,
Why don't
Yeah.
you? One
So
one person roll and the
triple?
other person. Yeah, one person can roll and the other person can, assist them. So we'll say if Kick Puncher can get above like a 15, then he'll give you like +4.
What,
All right.
so what is the actual roll?
I mean, I'm trying to think of
if you're
there's no forgery skill, so
if it's yeah, if you have a forger's
Well,
kit
there's
and you're
a
proficient with it, then you would just get your proficiency bonus plus a d20.
correct.
okay.
All right.
So and do we want to add Arcana for the Arcana thing, or do you not care about that?
No, just we'll say that your Arcana ability will give it a magical signature.
All right,
Oh.
cool.
So also specifically,
Wait.
my racial trait gives me advantage on checks to produce forgeries or duplicates of existing objects.
Okay. So you can roll twice.
So do you want me to assist you then?
Sure. I mean, would that change anything?
Well,
No.
yeah, it
So
would
the
be.
thing is,
I
you
think
don't
it'd be
have
better
you don't have
because
the
if you,
art.
well, it'd be
With
better
he doesn't
because
have
if
the
you get,
arcane though.
oh, he doesn't have arcane, right?
No, I mean, it'll just give me a better ability to give you the bonus, right?
All right, let's hope that I roll well with my +6.
Can I also like identify the school of magic and have them try to like copy that in their arcana, or is that too complex?
We'll say that he was able to give it a magical signature.
Okay.
So 18. I mean, I also got at least 118.
Yeah. All right, so you got over a 20.
Yeah, if you're saying it gives a +4, then it would be a 22.
Yeah, 22. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, so you guys, you create a pretty realistic forgery.
All right.
Nice.
We're the best.
So, I just assume everybody's kind of getting suspicious vibes from this, right? I'm not the only one who feels this.
100%.
I
That-
don't know what
We
a
are-
vibe is.
We are in agreement.
So I feel like, in the event that something bad happens, we should probably hold on to this.
Wait. Do we have an empty bag?
We have several empty
Yeah, we
bags.
just any amount of bags that we want to have, we have them because he bought them.
Would you be willing to sacrifice one of those bags?
I hand you a bag.
10
Cool.
cents.
Are you
please.
making your
I'm gonna-
I
fucking
say I think you bought a bunch of bags.
pocket portal
Alright.
bag?
No, I don't have that learned yet.
Oh,
But what I am doing is I am getting rid of the infusion on my armor, and I'm making a second bag of holding, and I'm putting this specific book in that. And if something goes wrong, I can tear the bag and it'll go to the eternal plane.
you're putting the real book in there?
Correct.
Okay.
So that way we have it. It's like it's in a fucking hidden bag. It's in its own separate bag, and we can use it as a bargaining chip if we need to.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do in your, say, 45 minutes left? However long it took you to make a forgery.
Hold on, I do it at a quarter speed. All right.
All right, so your hour is up. Anything else you guys want to do before you head down to the party?
Rub one out.
Okay, so it's very uncomfortable for you guys as the bear eagle.
I cast
Doesn't-
I cast speak with animals before we leave the room.
Just Norris does not break eye contact.
While he's checking it, I'm casting speak with animals
Okay,
just in case I need to talk to some rats or something.
sure.
Yeah, also Spider-Man Nostrad's face.
Oh, can I cast it? Can I cast it? Well, I guess it's a 1 hour. So I'm gonna summon a new familiar while they're making that forgery. It's a 1 hour ritual.
Also,
gonna
Nostrid,
do-
can I have my wooden coin back, please?
Oh yeah, I forgot about this, and then I gave it back.
Thank you.
Dropped it in the water.
So this says spider. Does it have to be a giant spider, or can I do literally just like a little like tarantula?
No, it's a regular size spider.
Okay, so then yeah, I'm gonna do spider because I want this little. I want a little baby.
A little baby.
Yeah.
Is it actually a spider, or is it just like a face spirit in the form of a spider?
It's a spirit that takes the animal form of a spider.
Ah, okay. Debating whether or not I could talk to it, which I guess.
It is technically. I can make it either celestial, fey, or fiend, my choice, but it will never.
I think
It
has to
is
be
not
a
a beast.
for him. Yeah, for him to talk to it.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are heading down.
Let's do it.
Do we
Okay,
see
so-
any household pets on the way down to the room? Like maybe
No, it is surprisingly clean. Well maintained.
so no opportunities for intel before the.
A rat runs by.
Hello, friend. Come here.
So what does this give you again? You can speak, but their intellect doesn't change, right? So they can only rudimentary communicate, or like what does it give you
Yeah.
for how much communication are we talking here?
So, reading a verbatim, you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration, which is 10 minutes. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You may be
Okay.
able to persuade a beast to.
Okay. So he goes, "Hi, big friend."
Have you witnessed any dangers recently?
No dangers.
Have you smelled blood?
In the kitchens.
Is it different from any other day?
It's kind of a complex question for a rat.
Is it different than yesterday?
No.
I thank you, and then I hand him some rations.
A feast, and he runs off.
I won the lottery.
Anything else you guys gonna do?
Let's go down to the dinner.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys walk into the grand hall. So you burst through the double doors, posse style.
Do we kick
And
it open?
if you want to kick it open, kick it open.
Oh, I'll kick it open.
All right, before they kick it open, I cast light on my staff and I thump it on the ground as we walk.
So I just had a thought that may have just ruined this plan.
Uh-oh.
So did they? So what when we got these letters, they like handpicked us, right?
Yes,
So they know like what we're good at and stuff, right?
100%.
Okay.
Certainly do.
But do they know that I have druidic powers?
Yes.
I did not know that because that's new.
I would hope that nobody knows that I'm a forger, because if that's true, then I'm a bad forger.
They would definitely know it about me because that was one of the
We
things
already
that I would have been
established
known
that.
for.
Yeah, we already
Maybe not
established
you.
that too.
Yeah,
Okay,
but if they
Kenku
can check
are
the
known for
if they can
forgers.
check the Arcana signature, then they would hopefully know that it's not you.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Okay,
okay.
so you guys kicking the door?
I wouldn't so much say it's kick, but we violently
You-
open the door in a
you-
dramatic.
you burst in like you own the place.
Mhm.
So the
We
grand
got the
hall
book.
is
We do.
the grand hall is everything that they promised you. So there's like fresh roast spits in the corner. There's serving people swooping all over the room, serving basically any type of alcohol that you can possibly imagine. There's a couple large tables set up. There's people sitting at most of them just chatting. It looks like dignitaries and important people in the city were invited as well. There's a couple games of chance happening around the outside of the room. There's some livelier sport taking place. It looks like there's some kind of demonstration happening in the background, some kind of martial demonstration.
Ooh.
But you got a big room here, a lot going on.
Is everybody eating, or is it just sit out?
No, people are kind of. It's not like a sit down meal. People are, they're picking food by as it comes by.
But people exist that are eating, right?
People exist that are eating. Yes.
All right, then I'm gonna fucking get to
I
town. and get
cast
some food.
detect magic to see if the food is enchanted.
It's not enchanted.
I just
Maybe
go
delicious.
Maybe.
freaking turkey leg and start going to town.
Yeah.
I eat a good berry. I
Yeah.
don't trust the food.
I'm going to town on this. I'm getting drunk. I'm getting some food. I haven't eaten like this in weeks because we've been on the road for so long.
Yep.
So it's
I-
probably the best food you've ever eaten. I mean, this is a fare of food you guys don't usually get.
Yeah, I already feel really, really full for some reason. I
Well-
only ate 2 berries, but it's like really. I'm really confused right now.
Well, Erkin probably ate like this every fucking day.
That's
Yup.
true. Yeah, he was in the. So it's
Used to this
nothing to
shit.
him. Erken,
Um,
can you roll a perception check for me?
I can.
But why
Sure.
do I need to?
No, this sucks. I feel like I should have bonuses to go with this.
You don't have perception tools.
I mean, it depends on what I'm using, like what I'm trying to perceive. If I have to use a tool to go with it, but I don't know what I'm perceiving, so
That's the whole point of perception is that you don't know what you're looking
You
for.
don't know. All right, so
Who do we lose?
Did we lose him?
It was Will again.
oh, and we're all dead.
the most
Hold on.
important.
For some reason, you got
See,
pushed to the AFK channel again.
God
As
damn
soon
it.
as you started.
As soon as you
I'm
started.
sorry. So definitely some things of note. There's definitely looks like some important people that you could talk to. Definitely, it looks like there's some diplomats or something of that like sitting at the main table in the center. That's where Prince Bellfire is in Scribblenaught. And like I said, you have some games of chance around the outside. It looks like maybe an arm wrestling competition,
Ooh.
and
Oh,
then
I go straight for the arm
some
wrestling.
kind of martial demonstration, and then I mean definitely people to talk to, and then food and drink and whatever else you guys want to do.
I'd like
I-
to get a
I
glass of wine and
elbow-
go to the main table.
I elbow Nor's arm wrestle now.
Go back to sleep, Giant. I'll go win this.
I just imagine like you just like slamming your hand down on the table and like wiping your hand across it to throw everything off so that you have a place to arm wrestle.
Not even
Wait,
at
are
like
you-
the official tournament location.
Are you arm wrestling each other?
No, I'm
Oh.
telling him. I'm telling him to go arm wrestle
Oh.
someone.
I thought you were wanting to
And
arm wrestle him.
So you can see that it's not a competition. There's just a extremely large for a dwarf. You can say bear-like, and his arms are like tree trunks, and he is just soundly defeating each opponent that attempts to defeat him.
all right, I go whisper to Norse. Hold on one second, and then I cast enhance ability on him.
You guys are such fucking cheaters and everything.
What do you mean, you guys? It's literally just one person.
And I select the option bull strength to give him advantage on strength checks and double his carry capacity for an hour.
Okay.
Go win us some money.
Okay.
Are you gonna approach the dwarf?
Yes.
You walk up and he goes, "Aye, laddie, you look like you'd be an excellent challenge. It's 50 gold to enter."
Oh.
He's got
Okay.
a decent sized pile of gold in front of him.
I put
Anyone
down,
who can beat me wins the whole pot.
I put down 50 gold.
Uh-oh.
And we'll go best out of 3.
All right.
How many times does enhance ability work?
It works for an hour.
Okay. And what does it give him? Just advantage on strength?
Advantage on strength checks and doubles his carry capacity.
Okay. So we'll do a strength contest. We'll do 3 rolls.
I assume that's what it was for an arm wrestle.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
He just. Well, I'm just gonna say that it.
Um,
Are you attacking him?
Oh.
Oh, he countered it.
But I still won. I think a 30 beat
Son
the
of a
28, right?
bitch. But that's a
So I
crit.
mean, you two are we both crit. You two are absolutely locked in Mortal Kombat for minutes. Like veins are popping out of your arms, and I mean, he looks worried. But finally, he uses
can I
a secret. What?
Can I middle of this? Can I like go over and just like brush past him? Like, oh, sorry, and cast guidance.
Ooh.
That'll help him on the next one. So he uses an
cast
ancient
dissonant
dwarven.
whis-
What?
I said, can I cast dissonant whispers?
What the fuck?
We gotta win this arm wrestling tournament, dude.
We love money.
I would say you guys can help, but if you want to attack him, that's kind of weird. Nothing that does damage. All right, so he uses an ancient dwarf arm wrestling technique and finally manages to eke out the win at the end.
Oh God.
All right,
All
so
right.
now you have guidance and advantage.
All right. So let's just do this first.
Ugh.
So you get also a plus of D4.
Oh Jesus
Oh,
Christ! Another
shit.
one.
So
Doesn't
Time to
matter.
fucking break
come
the
back
fucking
in.
table.
You come back in and you redouble your efforts, and you almost pick him up off the ground as you slam his arm back down. The pile of gold just jumps up in the air.
But it all lands perfectly back in a stack.
It's like, "Aye, boy, this is it right here. Do you have what it takes?"
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
Yeah, fucking
got
guidance, and fucking advantage.
That's a pretty good roll though.
Ugh.
Oh boy.
Roll that d4,
Another-
man.
Another tight battle, and
No,
you
I won.
manage to slam his
Okay.
hand down. And he looks up at you, and I can't even be mad. It was a hell of a contest. I've never met a bear eagle before, but I hope I meet a lot more. You seem like great folk. And you win a pile of gold. There's 300 gold
Nice.
plus your original 50, so 350 technically.
It's just 300 because we'll just put that 50 back in what I own, and then
So 60 gold each.
sounds good.
I mean,
We
if you were
won,
gonna keep the
boys.
whole thing, I would have been 100% okay with it because that was.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird to
same.
split that up since you did all. I mean, to be fair, you didn't do all the work.
They helped.
I-
So you are splitting it though.
I'll split it.
I definitely like put my hand up and like let him keep the money. That my share anyway.
Yeah, same here. I didn't help. I was too busy.
I'll take
I
soul.
burned a second level spell slot for this. I'm taking my.
Yeah, I did too. I burned a spell slot for that too. So even though mine didn't really matter.
All right, so I get
I like how you
120
guys
now.
are so terrified that you're going to get murdered at this party, and yet two people burn spell slots. I love the priorities. I fucking love it.
I just wanted to arm
Arm
wrestle.
wrestling and Pokemon tournaments are most important things in D&D. Everybody knows
I,
that.
no, I know my audience. All right, so
All right.
Urken, you hear a voice from behind you going, "This book is really dumb. There's nothing written in it but gibberish." And behind you, leafing through the Hermit's book, is a small girl of about 8 years old.
What?
She picked your pocket.
I would like to immediately snatch that book
So,
out of her hands.
so she laughs and kind of tosses it back to you. And from across the room, you hear Prince Bellfire go, "Pickpocketing is not an appropriate pastime for princesses. You need to stop that." And he starts to walk towards the group, and she just grins at you again, and she kind of takes a step back as a group of party goers walk by, and she blends in, and she's gone.
With a mouthful
Out
of
of
chicken and
curiosity.
ale, I say, this is why we don't have rogues in our party.
Prince Bellfire walks up to you, and he's like, "I'm so sorry. It's just she's developed these bad habits to kill time. I apologize again."
She.
It was an 8-year-old girl.
I mean, he just talked like he knew who she.
Hey, it's
It's
princess.
that's my sister, Princess Shia.
Mm.
Is she also immortal?
Yes.
No, only my father is immortal.
I tell him I shouldn't have let my guard down. If she's around, I'd love to speak with her.
Good luck getting a handle on her. If you find her, let me know.
I just want to give her a wooden coin, man.
I mosey on over to the party tables. I'm assuming my rats and my badger are perched on my shoulder and my head,
Yeah,
and I
it's
feed them.
fucking weird. Everyone's kinda, they're kind of looking at you, but I mean you've done this before, right? This is not your first time with a menagerie, and you're actually garnering slightly less attention than you're used to. And it could be because sitting at the table are two furbolgs.
Oh.
One of them, I mean, both dressed well, but one of them dressed exceedingly well, maybe as a noble.
I walk over to them. Hail, cousins. How do you find yourselves these days?
Another furbolg, eh? We don't see many of your likes outside of the grove. From where do you hail?
From the north. Our groves have been burned down by humans maybe a century.
That's that's so terrible. So Sylvanas, protect us. Of course, I am the Furball Council member for King Rixter, and he helps preserve the grove to the south for us. We have a small community there. Um, uh, you know, I live here most of the year, and my daughter traveled to meet me here as well. And he gestures to the young girl sitting next to him. So she's about like early 20s, and it's very unusual because she has bright blonde hair.
I tip my fedora at her.
Oh, is it canon that you have a fedora?
It is
I
now.
guess.
Uh,
He bought
I'm
one at the
afraid it's
Weavers.
I definitely wrote down when everyone was
fedora.
giving their description that he had a blue hat that was described as a large fedora.
Well, all right.
Okay.
we
It's canon.
we're gonna
It
be
is canon.
speaking politics for most of the evening. Perhaps you'd be kind enough to escort her around the party. She's gonna be ever so bored here.
I'd like to jump in and ask if I can join in on the discussion of politics.
Are you a visiting dignitary friend? I lost the accent. Hold on. Are you a visiting dignitary friend?
He is a travel companion and kin to me.
I used to be a court tinker for a nearby realm.
Then you are most welcome to join us. We would love an outside perspective.
Perfect. I pull up a chair, pour me a glass of wine, and start discussing.
So they're discussing the current tariffs for goods coming into Lockport. They're considering lowering them to generate increased trade.
Trickle down economics.
Let's not get that deep into it. We'll just say that political discussion's happening in the background.
All right.
So the Furbolg gets up from the table and approaches you.
Who's you?
I'm sorry, Nofstrid,
The daughter or the father?
the daughter.
Ooh,
She
shit,
goes,
you gonna get some
Let's
pussy.
Hello, young one. How shall I address?
My name is Leolana. It's ever so kind of you to show me around the party. I couldn't listen to anything more about trickle-down economics.
As I walk by, I slap Nostrid on the back. Try not to fall asleep during this one.
I end the my concentration on enhance ability, and I push.
Wait, I missed that. What'd you do?
I end my concentration on enhance ability, and I push the orb.
Okay. She goes, shall we get a drink?
Yes, away from this rudeness.
All right, I'll let you take the lead on that one then. So you guys grab a drink in the corner.
So, what does your father do?
My father, Krenorin, is the council member that he represents the Furbolgs in Lockport. The king has a council of all the races represented in his kingdom to make sure that everyone is treated fairly. We have a small settlement down in Hadiver Grove that he helps protect. My father spends most of the year here dealing with politics.
What is the cost of this protection? Rarely have I seen humans so gentle.
There's no cost as long as we play nice with everyone else. It's a very populated area. It's business is booming. We get a lot of trade from the coastal cities and villages. Life is good here.
This sounds a lot like you're letting people walk through your back. Where do your children play with all these traitors? Just happen to run their wagons through their playground.
I didn't catch anything. I missed part of that. I think something about
Oh,
playground.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the ping got really weird for a second.
Yeah.
That where do your children play with all these traders and their trade routes in your?
I mean, we don't stay here. We stay in the Grove. There's no one else there but us. This is my first time to the city. I haven't even seen most of these people before.
I would like to see this grove.
Absolutely. You can come visit anytime.
You're gonna visit her grove.
I'm gonna visit her grove. Yes, give her some
Okay, so I'm
ancient.
gonna say that unless there's any particular information you're looking for, I'm gonna say that that conversation continues, and we can jump in with someone else too.
Yep, go ahead.
Unless there's something particular you're looking for, just in that case.
No, I mean I generally don't trust her dad. I think he's up to something, but
Okay.
you can swap with some.
Okay. So we have Urkan is talking tariffs. Nofstrid is talking furbolgs. What is everyone else doing?
I'm also drinking a Colt 45.
Of course, as you do.
Playing Edward Furball cans.
Yeah. I think Ezekiel is stuffing his face still.
Yeah, I actually kind of just want to like just mingle in general and just I don't know, talk to people, get a sense of like I don't know, history of the city, or find out if anybody has heard of like other adventurers looking for this book that we're supposed to be presenting, or if this
Okay.
is, you know, not I mean, maybe don't mention the book because I think you said it was a secret, but just ask if people know of like what kind of like gifts we were supposed to be giving and yada yada.
Okay. Sure. I mean, there's a couple people of note in the room. So there's the council members that are over there. I mean, then there's just, I mean, if you want to just talk to a random individual. I can just pull one out of thin air.
Yeah, I
So
mean, no one specifically. I just, just the other
okay,
people who are here.
so you walk up to a conversation with a couple of men and a woman speaking. They're dressed semi casually for the event. I think maybe lower, lesser nobles or maybe merchants.
All right. So what brings you to this party?
All the free booze, friend.
Here, and I take like a swig of my whatever I have, probably some sort of ale or wine.
Yeah, he cheers you.
Um,
My name's Granger Jadehorn, and who might you be?
you can call me Zeke.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Zeke. And he
You
takes a
too.
bite of his turkey.
And I'm gonna just kind of like look around and be like, this place is the nicest place I've ever been. Do you guys live like this every day?
Oh, it's nice, but this is definitely an exception. We got the Tears event tomorrow. So definitely, I mean, all the stops are getting pulled out. I mean, we got visitors from all over. It's definitely a lot more exciting than it usually. It's not this exciting usually.
Um, ask him. There's so who else is coming? There's people from other cities coming, or
Yeah, we got people visiting from the different areas of Lockport too. The city is the main trade hub, but I mean there's small villages up in the mountains north, and I think the Furbolgs, some of them came from the Southern Grove, and we got a couple other some of the lead farmers and things like that made it out. So we got people from all over.
so,
But yeah, no, Lockport's definitely the trade epicenter though.
so my heart at that moment skips a beat. Is like my family farm around here somewhere, or is it farther
No,
away?
it's on the coast. It's
Okay,
not it's not far away, but it's on the coast.
but it wouldn't be close enough that I think that they would be here.
No, no.
Okay. Um. So is there any other like nobles or leadership coming, or is it just a
I
party
mean,
for the people?
we got a good amount of the councils here. And he gestures over to the table where there's an Aarakocra, a dwarf, an elf. There's basically a couple different of each race sitting with Prince Bellfire. He's like, yeah, we got a decent amount of the council, but they don't always come out for the events though. Some of them are homebodies.
Um. So I want to like kind of lean over and whisper, and be like, and just say, have you heard anything about this gift that the king is supposed to be getting? And just kind
Oh,
of
I
under my
think
breath.
I think most of the council members will be giving them gifts. It's pretty customary for people to give small tokens, in praise and thanks for everything the king does for us. It's nothing extravagant though. It's based on your means.
Can I roll insight to see if he, is if he's legitimately thinks that that's all that's going on, or if he knows that there's
Yeah,
a grand gesture that's happening? Okay. That is straight up 18.
there's a grand cabal. No, no, he's extremely genuine.
Okay.
So he's excited for the party, and he thinks everything's above board.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. So then the rest of the time I'm just kind of, keeping up appearances, making face, just
Okay.
talking to people and just trying to like foster like a genuine sense of like I don't know, friendship to people
Okay. Um.
while
All
also
right.
stuffing my face.
Kick puncher. What do you got going on?
So you said there was a martial demonstration in the corner somewhere?
There seems to
Are
be
th-
something a little more strenuous going on in the back for sure. There's kind of a crowd of people, and you can hear some of them, yelling.
Can I like walk up and see what's going on?
Sure. Um, so you see, it looks like a hand-to-hand combat demonstration. There's uh, two men that are in a pseudo ring, and we'll say they're going at like 50% speed. One of them is showing the crowd a couple things, um, and the one on the left is a relatively short human, and he's kind of got like spiky blonde hair, and then the one on the right is a half elf. And as you watch, the one with the spiky blonde hair kind of moves forward and grabs the half elf's leg and kind of rolls him over and tosses him. So, and then he notices you in the crowd, and he excitedly runs up to you and go, "Ho ho! You look like you can handle yourself. You wanna jump in the ring real quick?"
Indeed.
So he pulls on a pair of leather gloves, and he goes, "My name is Dell. I'm the leader of the special defense here in Lockport. Thank you for demonstrating with me. So we'll have you roll. Why don't we do just a regular attack roll, and we'll just do we won't actually combat. We'll just do a competing roll."
Well, Jesus
so
Christ, plus 11.
so he
One
you
though.
kind of wade in and throw a couple half-hearted punches, which he easily deflects and then kind of pushes you back, and then he goes, "What are you, some kind of chicken wuss? Why don't you try again? Come on, psych yourself up, baby."
All right.
Your new nickname is Chicken Wisp, by the way.
Oh, I've been called everything. Don't worry. Damn motherfucker.
So he waits for you, and then kind of waits for it himself, and throws a couple punches, which he's just, his speed is unbelievable. And then you feel every time his leather gloves make contact with your skin, you feel like kind of a light electrical shock as well. And he goes, "All right, come on, one more. What the hell are you doing? Come on, man."
Can I use a key point to use patient defense? No, it's
Uh,
not gonna matter. Never mind. No, it's fine. We'll just roll.
Does he have to face
So,
down?
just as a side, if Nostrad's across the room, just watching his allies get his ass kicked, like, what is my general understanding of the situation? Like, do I just over?
it's pretty obvious to you that they're not going full speed or trying to hurt each other.
Okay.
Wait. I
Yeah.
don't think it says do
Dell
charisma. Come on, man.
Dell takes time in between each to kind of explain to the crowd what's going on. So
Okay, so if I just thorn whipped him and yanked him 10 feet towards me, it would be
probably
a
inappropriate.
generally misunderstanding.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're talking to the chick. You don't know
Ah.
what's going on.
So he, you're pissed at this point. So you come in, try with the leg sweep, and you guys go back and forth for a few seconds, and then you actually manage to get a quick strike in, which is surprising to him. So he laughs and he's like, "That was great. I haven't seen anyone as fast as you in quite a while." He's like, "You got to get a pair of these, though." He points to his leather gloves. It's like, it really makes all the difference when you're out there fighting. And then before you can say anything, an older, distinguished man walks up, and he's definitely on the older side, pretty tall though, but very well built for his age. Looks definitely like a career soldier. And he goes, "Dell, quit screwing around. We're supposed to be on duty." And Dell goes, "Oh, Bastion, you're such a stick in the mud." And he goes to shake your hand, and he's like, "I gotta go." And then he's like, "Here, you can have these though." And he pulls a pair of leather gloves out of his pocket and hands them to you. So
I don't really know what to say.
he's
I just like bow.
so this is these gloves have a metal strap across the knuckles. And they give you +1 to all attacks, besides flurry of blows. So all your normal attacks will be +1 damage and attack.
All right.
He goes, "There's only a couple people that know how to make those gloves. You master those, and we'll work on getting you another pair. And then he walks off with Bastion.
Cool.
Do we all notice this or no?
I think that you're pretty engrossed in what you're doing. I mean, you tell me. I mean, you're still sitting at the table, right?
I am still sitting at the table. I just didn't know how much of a spectacle the demonstration was.
It definitely drew a crowd. So I mean, if you wanted to have seen it, you can see it.
No, I was at the table. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Anything else in particular you guys are looking to do?
I want to approach the council table and talk to the council.
You're sitting down with them.
Oh, I thought I was with the Froblogs.
That's the council member.
Oh, with the prince and everything too?
Yeah. Yep. You've been sitting at the table with them. So they're still discussing trade agreements and ways to raise revenue in the city.
All right.
All right. Anything anyone particularly wants to do? You guys seem to talk to a lot of people. Won some money. Won some items.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm the champion. I'm good.
yeah. I mean, whenever you guys want to head back up to your rooms and call it a night, you're more than welcome to.
So we're not doing the gift presentation today?
It's tomorrow. Yeah, today was just a celebration for your, in celebration to you guys actually.
Just as a mechanics question, because it's still, what is it? Bag of Tricks resets at dawn, right? So we can have my menagerie stand guard, or do we need to actually have like a rotation?
I mean, you guys can. I mean, if you're okay with the menagerie standing guard, then that would be fine.
Sure.
Sounds fine to me.
So, Nostrid, as you turn to leave, Leolana grabs your hand and she goes, "Oh, you can't leave yet. We just got going. There's still so much to experience here."
Giggity.
You would not believe the number of things we had to fight today. I need a.
Maybe I can walk you back to your room.
Can I do an insight check to see if it's a trap?
Sure.
I need an adult.
Too much.
Oh, shit.
No!
Well, I'm dumb, so
So I guess you think it's a trap. I'm not sure how to react to that. No, you don't think it's a trap. You think she's just a young girl in the city.
I have like 100 years on you. Perhaps with some time we can have a different conversation. And then I turn and walk away. After I tip my hat again.
Okay. She looks extremely disappointed. She turns and walks back over to her father.
Jailbait, yo.
um. Thanks, Seth.
No problem.
Listen, Ye said he made a character to hit on barmaids, and I threw him a piece, and nothing happened. So.
Just like real life.
Wow.
Damn.
That was nice.
Fucking
So, Seth, I have your thank you card for my engagement party. You want me to burn it and make a video?
Yes. I want you to burn it and make a video. Please post it in Discord.
All right, so you guys head back up to your rooms. Then you're just gonna have the animals watch your menagerie.
I ask Erkin for his coin.
Why do you want my coin?
Give it to Rat. It will yell to you if there's.
That is true. Actually, I was gonna put something on the coin so that it would go off if somebody came by. Touche.
And then I
now think you're the smartest man in the world, by the way, or the smartest Borok, whatever.
I look at my menagerie. Speak up if you hear anyone. And then I fall over on the floor, possibly, and fall.
I set
Okay.
on my wooden coin. If somebody comes by, it's going to create a bright spectral light of the aurora borealis, which will hopefully shine under the door. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Anyone
A
else
fucking
doing anything in
maid's gonna
particular?
come by. A maid's gonna fucking come by and be like, "Ah, shit."
Is anyone else doing anything in particular?
Nope.
sleeping.
I fell asleep. I got to reset those cooldowns, man. Very
Okay,
important.
so a portion of the night passes uneventfully, and maybe a couple hours in, just your animal menagerie starts going crazy, and the aurora borealis shows up under the door.
Does it wake us all up, or just one of us?
Yeah,
or-
I assume it wakes you all up, or at least Nofstrid and Urken.
Okay. I grab my staff and cast light on it, and I slam it on the ground, and I yell, "Wake up!"
I create a aberration in the hallway and see through it to see what I can see.
Leolana is standing in front of Nostrid's door.
God fucking damn it!
Well,
All right, so
Does she
my
She looks like
see
she
the
looks like a
fucking
deer.
aberration?
She looks like a deer in the headlight. So not from the apparition, but from all of the animals and the light and everything going off.
So I'm just going to assume that I see this stuff through my spider and then go back to sleep because I'm like, God damn it. And go back to
so
sleep.
I'm assuming that I took my armor off.
I assume. Yeah.
All right, so I don't trust the situation at all. I'm not comfortable around humans, so I cast bark skin on myself, pick up my shield and my staff, and
Okay. It's Leolana, and she looks frightened, and she goes, "I didn't mean to cause a ruckus. I just came to see if you wanted a nightcap."
it is late. I do not feel comfortable here.
Help! I need an adult.
She looks extremely sad, and she goes, "I understand," and she walks away.
Perhaps in the groves we can meet again.
I give you this magical
Yeah,
head. Could
that
you
sounds
use
good, Nofstrid. Thank you. And she's gone.
Listen, I think Will's up to something. So if I go
He's
if I
just
go
trying
back
to
to
get you
sleep,
laid, man.
I seriously, come on, man. It's okay. I would have had my aberration looking over me the entire time.
You wake
you,
up
you
and there's a bear eagle in the room.
you say that, and then I wake up without all my gear in a dungeon with just like a banana.
Yeah, with the aberration next to you, looking at you, seeing what's going on. It's fine.
All right, it's fine. She's already gone. So, all right. So you guys fall back asleep, and we're gonna jump over to Norse,
Oh.
because he is having a very vivid dream, and it's actually the same vivid dream that you have every night, though you don't speak of it to the others. You're on top of an extremely large tower. Um, on the roof of it, and it's so large, so high that you can't possibly see the ground beneath you. It's night, and there's a thunderstorm raging, um, and with a roar and a scream, an ancient black dragon lands in front of you. What do you do?
Attack.
As you have done countless times before, you take your first step forward, and it opens its mouth, and a jet of acid washes over you. And the last thing you remember as you wake up is pain.
Nice.
And now you're awake.
Excellent.
Good
And
morning.
that's actually where we're gonna call it for tonight, because the next section's really long, and I don't want it to run over. So I know Seth's got a time limit.
Perfect. It's perfect timing.
Right.
Look at that, 11:02. Fuck
I'm
that
I'm
shit.
amazed. I
That's
was really expecting this to be like 11:45.
no, that's
Yeah,
fucking tight
seriously.
shit right there. So, but thank you guys. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's good.
I will try to get the table